नहीं है 100 का 100 दे दो. This is Chandigarh's rock garden. Nek Chand is the creator. So basically you can see lots of rocks. So put a rocks, all sorts of rocks, cut, carved, designed in different ways. Rock garden. All kinds of rocks. These are pots.
They are on the same level, but his power is much more because as a destroyer, you want to probably keep him happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know, because like if there are 3 equidistant powers, but only one of them has a gun, you probably want to keep
nicer
be nicer to that guy. So it's kind of like that. And so people who work in jobs that are closely associated to death, or it takes us 1 second for you to die, they always do that. You always find a Shiva. If you go to the mountain,
It's pretty cool, right? All rocks. Like a nice maze, stream of water going through, quite nice. I've come at a really good time, it's not too hot. Wow, that's beautiful, that is truly beautiful. It's pretty cool, right? I'm so happy I've come here. Wasn't too sure, did not expect much, but this is nice. There you go. It's really nice. बस पानी थोड़ा सा गंदा है. The water that goes down is going down and then it's being stored, and I am assuming because the flow is not getting higher, drainage goes back and repeats. बस पानी थोड़ा सा गंदा है. This is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. No matter how it's artificially created, it looks fantastic, gorgeous. And that butterfly flying around, the sunlight. बस थोड़ा सा जो गंदा है, जो गंदगी है, a little more maintenance, and this is really a nice natural spot. Well, maybe artificially created natural spot, but it's quite nice.
This bridge needs suspenders. Yeah? Instead of dangling you have to wire to hold the bridge, right? Like the bridge. Yes, yes. What we did was we wrapped concrete around it. These are concrete. These are not really. And we wrapped concrete around it and allowed moss to grow on it. It's so fuzzy.
Look at the space. I am literally walking to this lovely area. I call this lovely because it's an artificially created trekking wonder. They've really put in money, time, and thought process in developing this. It's pretty cool. This is all moss, algae from water, excess water and sunlight. Look at the space. I am literally walking through this lovely area. I call this lovely because it's an artificially created trekking wonder. They've really put in money, time, and thought process in developing this. And stone housing. Very nicely done. It kind of symbolizes homes on hills, I guess. More rural homes, if you look at it, those single shacks. And then large steps. Good, look at that butterfly. So yes, I am recording this on my Meta AI sunglasses by Ray-Bans, and I'm loving this device because both my hands are totally free while I can shoot HD video. Look at that. And look how this tree is branched out. Amazing. Now I don't know how artificially this could have been done. I think it's naturally just come out that way. It's truly amazing. And if it's been artificially done, wow, remarkable. I love how It encompasses this whole area, rainforest feeling. And look at this, a stone bridge. That's really cool. Oh wow, look at that. So the reason you want to come up here is so you can see this. When I was walking here, I didn't even realize this was here. So by walking up, turning around, I got this view. So the walk down, you need to be a little more careful. And that looks like a dragonfly of sorts. Wow. So I don't think I'd be able to record and enjoy the experience as much had I been using just my phone. With these Meta AI glasses and the recording functionality that I have, it makes capturing and enjoying the view at the same time so amazing. So when I was down there, I didn't notice this, the top of the waterfall. I could just look up to the waterfall. Perhaps I didn't look up enough. Now from this viewpoint and vantage point, I can see a much better frame of things. So we're entering some sort of a cave now. And through the cave, you still have these small little vantage points or points. If you were a sharpshooter, this would be an interesting place to be. And as I've been saying repeatedly, wow. Okay, so now from this point I can see where the water is being pushed out. It's being probably just a pressure pump of sorts, pushing that water out. That's pretty cool. By the way, if you're wondering what shoes I'm wearing, they're Skechers. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Fold Z or Z 7. The latest, slimmest, most incredible edition. And today we're enjoying the walk in Rock Garden in Chandigarh. कैसे हो? So going down this alley, this passage, mind my head. And so I guess in the evening they might have some sort of lighting, though this closes at 6 in the evening, 6-7 in the evening. So I'm recording myself, taking photos, taking videos, and using my smart AI glasses to enjoy recording and enjoying the beauty at the same time. The problem with mobile phones is you're looking at the mobile screen and then you're looking at the actual subject or object. With my glasses, my hands are free and I can enjoy the sights. So if you've got a good imagination, you can actually look at these rocks and they can depict a story or a personality or a figure or a figurine as you may or wish, depending on the distance. Like I could visualize an octopus, a character octopus, and you probably wouldn't even figure out why I'm saying that. This is like a hand with a thumb pointed up. Again, this is a figment of my imagination. That's like a warrior chest armor. That's a small ape. That's an elephant. That's a snail. But again, you probably don't see that, but I see that because that's my imagination, and I think that's what they're trying to captivate you to imagine, make you look at this and imagine whatever you kind of want, whatever you want to see in these images or these rocks, which is pretty cool. So we'll keep walking up the trail. The weather is quite warm here in Chandigarh. Now we have an option to kind of go and walk there, and I have plenty of time. So let's kind of have a look at, see if we can see things any differently from this vantage point. Because what I've noticed is every time you move around and you look around from a different vantage point, you get to see something completely different. So that security guard which I already said hello to is there. You've got these rocks here which you can imagine as something else. It's like looking at clouds and imagining, oh, this cloud looks like this cloud looks like that. And again, bend over. Oh wow, lots. Mind your head. Well, that should have been there, but okay, we have kind of zoomed that. And you know, I wish I'd just taken a selfie video with my phone on how much I had to bend to give you an idea. Let's kind of give you an idea here. I'm this high, so I'm basically just about a bit taller than this wall. So that means this wall is placed at about 5'9". This would be about 5, well, I don't know, maybe 5'1". So I had to bend quite a bit. We'll go down. Mind your head business is getting tiring, but it's also still fun. And I'm going to show you again that if I went straight, I'd hit my head. So I've got to bend. I have to bend to get out. Just show you again that if I went straight, I'd hit my head. So I've got to bend. I have to bend to get out. There's nothing really in there. So I guess we're getting to a new vantage point, a new height. And I can hear the sound of the waterfall ahead of me. So if I go down, I have to walk back up to exit. Not too sure if it's worth it yet. So we're walking down. This is phase 3 of the rock garden. Now I'm really thinking that I kept a couple of waterfalls. I can't imagine if this is the same waterfall I already saw. No, it's not. This is taller, higher. And you can see these people statues of people. Four of them. And a much larger cascading waterfall with these tree branches, the fort style objects on the top. A very nice and different kind of vibe. I just don't like the color of the water. It would have been so much nicer to have lilies and cleaner water than sand and mud and whatever else waste is in that. Because this is so magnificent, and then once you look down, it's like this chocolate soup. And it ain't tasting good. No way. So basically this is rock garden in Chandigarh, and I've been kind of giving you a walkthrough video of this entire scenic route. This is the third water fountain I've seen with what I call the chocolate milk river, because it doesn't look that great, but let's try to keep it positive. So chocolate flavored milkshake with extra cinnamon sticks. Let's leave it at that. So we keep walking through this maze. We're in phase 3. Which sounds like an expansion slot of the rock garden in Chandigarh. 30 rupees is the adult ticket price, which is cheap as hell or heaven. And you have people taking selfies and photos and videos. Oh, here threads. Here are threads coming out. So let's say, continue our walk down the phase 3 expansion of the rock garden. We now come to a huge open landscape. And what I think this is this will be a future activity spot. You're going to have theater events here, shows here, and I'm going to assume that you're going to have that's drinking water, and so that's going to be the ticketing booth for perhaps the event. It looks that way, or maybe there's something indoor planned for later on. So this is a very large set of this police. A police force tasked probably to maintain the area, because you've got the electronic supplies here. Or you have laughing mirror, so we kind of assume and we kind of know what's expected here. You got mirrors and they're going to make you look funny. So this one gives me a fat bum. Super tall. And this one is cool.
If you're on this yellow line, you get the better reflection.
Oh, I'm running a video. So mera ye smart AI yeah. So I'm just getting footage of me walking through.
Good.
Better than holding a mobile. ये mobile से ये कि ऐसा करना पड़ता ना, the perfect viewpoint पे है. So that was me explaining what I was doing. Nasta center, खाने का center. Juice का क्या rate है?
20 rupees MRP सब.
Juice is fresh or?
No, only.
Oh, it's Tetra Pak. और कितने का है जूस आपने बताया? 20 रुपीज़. I'll have one juice. ठंडा सा. Thank you. Had some juice, powered up. If the last phase 3 of Chandigarh Rock Garden. ये एक outdoor museum of types है, and you've got these amazing swings. I love using the word amazing. It's becoming one of the most popular words I'm using during my videos now. This is too low for me. I think they're all very low. बच्चे का swing लग रहा है. But I'm gonna take it back. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It feels surprisingly comfortable. Big, thick seat. And wow, slippery भी है थोड़ा सा because I'm wearing my tracks. But you can actually enjoy the view. मुझे भाई suddenly Wednesday, the TV show Wednesday, Addams Family's character Wednesday, this very popular character, the Thing की याद आ रही है with the moving hand. थोड़ा सा zombie feeling भी आ रहा है. Halloween, haunted. Chandigarh, if I have to say this, but this is haunted. This looks so haunted. I could imagine the sound of that bird at night with lightning and rain. This would be the perfect place for a horror movie. And if that was intended, then that's great. And if not, I apologize. But that's the feeling and the vibes I'm getting right now. Look at that. Those kids using the swing. Some of them are very low for tiny infants. Some are set a bit better in height. This is a nice swing playground for the kids. Good area, you can run around. Might get hurt if you fall. But the work here is fabulous. So this looks like a height which I can work with. You would not want to slip off and fall off this, otherwise you'd have a nice landing. Imagine water down there in a lake. That would be a nice way to jump into the water. My swing is creaking and making noises. This looks like woodwork. It is rock. बहुत मस्त है. दूर से तो I was like betting. I would have bet a lot of money and I would have lost a lot of money betting on this. I thought it was tree plant. It's rock. To the end of the phase 3, the expansion of Rock Garden, you put a children's zone है. You've got the kids swinging. So cute. I just realized this was not counters. This is basically a mini aquarium of sorts, where we've got live fish. This is actually what it was. I almost missed out on this. So one little bit that you almost missed, and probably someone would have pointed out that I missed this, and that's that. So that's the end of Rock Garden. In conclusion, is this monument of things, horses and ponies on the top and swings on the bottom, that adults, young kids, grown-ups, moms, dads, children of all ages can enjoy. The perfect end and the perfect celebration of such a beautiful place in the heart of Chandigarh. Basically, we're just walking quickly back out. We finished the phase 3 expansion, which was the end of the road, end of the trip. Almost tripped on something, need to mind my steps. And to exit, we need to cross to the waterfalls. Pass through the muddy lake, muddy river. So the same way we walked up, we've got to walk down. And again, caution, mind your head, absolutely. Need to bend. And so we're making our way out. Phase 3 was that way was phase 3, that way is the exit. So we need to keep walking through straight until we get out. Again, mind your head. Exit. And this is the exit, so a lot of people saying bye-bye, tata. Thanks for visiting. Don't mind your head, but you gotta mind your head. So this is a truly incredible exit, where you've got your elephants and your other animals and people and other types of people, and your wow. I have no words to describe this. All I do know is at night this would be haunted, scary, frightening, but during the day it is a marvel. It's a marvel to look at. How much time, money, effort they've spent designing this, that too in India. again. Never ending. And hopefully this is the final exit because I'm actually getting tired. It's very beautiful, but it is exhausting now. This farewell is very long. Lots of hard work, but extremely exhausting. Mind our head again and again. And finally the final exit. I really hope this is it. Are we done? Yes, we are.